Hello and welcome to my tutorial on how to count cards for blackjack. So first of all, when we get started, everyone knows a deck of cards. These are just some bendy ones that I have. What's important to know is the neutral cards, the hot cards, and the cold cards. So first of all, we're going to start with all the cards that are cold, which add 1 to your count. So first one is the 2. There's 3, 4 is a cold card, 5, and 6. Those are your cold cards that are going to add 1 to your count. Your neutral cards that don't add any to your count are 8, 7, and 9. And the hot cards that are going to minus 1 from your count are 10, Jack, Queen, King, and Ace. So now that you know that, we're going to take all the cards and we're going to take all the cards and we're going to tell you how to count. So, first of all, when you shuffle the cards, so now that we shuffle the cards, so the count starts at plus 10. You have this, now it's a jack, so you're going to minus 1 from the count, so now the count is at plus 9. You have this card, which is a 9, it's a neutral, count still plus 9. This card, 10, that's minus 1, now you're at minus 8. Plus 8. This card, which is another 10, is now, the count is now plus 7. Sorry. This card, now the deck is like hot right now, but it will be cold later. So the count is now plus 7. So now that you get that, and now if you have any cold cards, like say you have a, so your next card's at 5. Your count is plus 8, adds up plus 9. If your count is plus 17 and you have a 5 pulled out from the dealer, your count is now plus 18 and the deck is hot. Plus 10, plus 11, and plus 9 are all neutral counts for the deck. Plus 9 and under, so plus 8, plus 7, plus 6, plus 5, and so on, so under, is when the deck is cold. But plus 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and so on up there, that means the deck is hot. That means that there's a higher percentage of cards that are, that means there's a higher percentage of hot cards, as in 10s, kings, queens, jacks, and aces in the deck. But normally, when you're playing blackjack, you play with 10 decks. Right now, I only have 1 deck out. I normally play with 5 decks. But since this is a tutorial on how to count cards, and we're not actually playing blackjack, so you have to keep the counts, and until they shuffle, you lose the count when you shuffle. So let's keep the count. Count's plus 10 right now. Now it's plus 9 because you're taking 1 away. The count was plus 10. Now it's plus 8. Count was plus 10. The count was plus 8. Now it's still plus 8 because this 7 card is a neutral card. It means you don't add or minus anything. Same thing with the 8. It's a neutral card. Count is still plus 8. This is a good card, so it's minus 1, so now the count is plus 7. This card, which is a 5, now means that you have to add 1 to the count, as right now the count was plus 7, now it's plus 8 again, and so on and so on. So if you're playing blackjack, and so the dealer passes out the cards, and the cards are, so you have a king and a 2. That means you don't add anything to the count because these combined are like, so the king would be plus, minus 1 to the count would be plus 9. But this would add 1 to the count, which would bring it back to plus 10, which is a neutral deck. So you count by twos. When you deal the deck, when the dealer puts out your cards, you do not go, oh, 2, that would be plus 11, and then king be plus 10 because you're minusing 1. You just add the card. So the cards here are equal to 12. That doesn't matter at all. Counting the cards, this is minus 1 plus 1. Means nothing happens. But when you have an ace and a 7, it's perfect. Ace and a 7, this is a minus 1 card, this is a neutral card. That means minus 1. So you're at the count right now, because these is plus 10. Now it's plus 9 because this is a neutral card and this is a minus 1 card. Don't do the deck right yet. We're going to do one more player. Now, this is another player, Jack and an 8. This is also a minus 1 card because combined, this is a neutral card, this is a minus 1 card. That means you minus 2 from the count. The count was plus 8 after that, but the dealer still has to put down his cards. The dealer puts down his card. It's a 5, and you can't see the other one because you're waiting to hit on your cards. 5. Now the count. This is a plus. This is a cold card, which means you add 1 to the count. The count is plus 8. Now it's plus 9. So it's it's a neutral deck right now. But there's still one more card on the deck, on the dealer's cards, because he hasn't flipped it over yet because you're waiting for these guys to hit. So say king and 2. He hits. You take a card. Now it's a 9, so he has 21. But now that's a neutral card, so you don't add or minus anything to the deck. So to the count. So the count is still plus 9. It's a neutral deck. 21. Okay. He has this, and then this one. He's 18. He's not gonna hit. Okay. He also has 18. He's not gonna hit. So the dealer flips over his card. It's a 5 and a 2. That would be 7. So he's gonna hit. And now, look. So the count was plus 9. Now you have to do the 2. So that means the count would be plus 10, and then 4 plus 11. The count is now plus 11. It's still neutral, and that's one hand. Count is plus 11 at the end of that hand. Don't forget the count, because if you forget the count, you can't do the next hand. Next hand, someone gets an ace and a 5. The ace and a 5, this is nothing because they will cancel off each other because the ace is minus 1, the 5 is plus 1. So nothing happens. The count is still plus 11. You have a 4 and a 2 from the next player. Okay, 4 and a 2, those are both plus 1. The count was plus 11. Now the count is plus 13. So, now that you have these two, now the count's plus 13. And then dealer gives out another card. It's an 8, which is the neutral card, and a 4, which is a plus 1 card. The count is plus 13. This is plus 1. Both of these combined is plus 1. Count is now plus 14. That means the deck is getting hot. Now that the deck is getting hot, you flip this card. Okay, this card, can't look at that card yet. This card is a 5. Now the count was plus 14, now it's plus 15. So the deck is really hot, and it's a really good deck right now. So there's still a lot of good cards left. So the ace and 5 guy, he has 16, he's probably not going to hit. So the 4 and 2 guy, he has 6, he's going to hit. He's going to take a 10. The deck was hot, so he hits and he gets a 10. Now he has 16. But the deck count was 1, it was plus 15. And now, minus 1 plus 14 is the count. Now, this is 12, this is 12. So, he is going to hit, and the deck is hot, he busts. But, you have to add the queen. Count was plus 14, now the count is plus 13. He busts, dealer flips, it's a 3. So these are the dealer's cards, 5 and 3. So, you have 8. He's going to hit, but before he hits, you have to count the card. The count is plus 13. Now it's plus 14 because you have a low card that is now going to bring up your count. He hits. He gets a 3. That is another one. So now he's at plus 15 is the count. He's 11. Dealer has 11 cards. He's going to hit again. He gets a 4. The count is plus 15 right now. The count is now plus 16 because you have to add 1 for the 4. Okay. Next hand. I'm going to do one more hand and then we're done, okay? And then you guys can say bye-bye. Okay. One more hand. Count is plus, what is it? Plus 16 or plus 15? It's plus 16. Someone gets these cards, okay? It's a king and a 9. That's 19. So you're going to have to take the king and minus 1 from the count. And 9 is a neutral card. That's minus 1 from the count. Now the count is plus 15. 2 more cards are dealt to this player in the middle. And his are 6 and 2. Those are both plus cards. So now the count is, so it was plus 15, now it's plus 17. The deck is really hot. Count's plus 17. You have a queen and a 7. This is a minus card. This is a neutral card. So the hot card right here, the queen, is got minus 1 from the count. The count was plus 17. Now the count is plus 16. It's still a pretty good deck. So dealer pulls a 3. Plus 18 is the count on these cards as of right now. But these guys are this guy's gonna stay. He has 19. This guy's probably gonna hit because he only has 8. So 8 knows the deck's hot. 8 plus 9 is 17. This is 17. He is 17. He's probably gonna stay. But this is a neutral card. The count is still plus 16. I'm pretty sure that's right. Tell me in the comments if it's not. 17 is going to stay because the dealer has a 3. Dealer flips this card. It's a king. Now he has 13. Dealer now, the count's plus 16, minus 1, plus 15 is the count. He's going to hit, and it's a 6, 19. But the 6 is a plus card, so now the count is plus 16 again. I hope you guys understood that video, and make sure never lose the count. We went through all these cards while doing the count. The end of the count was plus 16. The deck was pretty hot at the end. Hopefully you guys learn from my video and learn how to count cards. Thank you. Subscribe and hit that like button. Bye.